Hello, everybody. This is The Home in the World by Rabindranath Tagore. Chapter 5, Nikhil's Story, Part 4. Everything is rippling and waving with the flood of August. The young shoots of rice have the sheen of an infant's limbs. The waters invaded the garden next to our house. The morning light, like the love of the blue sky, is lavished upon the earth. Why can't I sing? The water of the distant river is shimmering with light. The leaves are glistening, the rice fields with their fitful shivers break into gleams of gold, and in the symphony of autumn only I remain voiceless. The sunshine of the world strikes my heart, but is not reflected back. When I realize the lack of expressiveness in myself, I know why I'm deprived. Who could bear my company day and night without a break? Bimala is full of energy, of life, and so she has never become stale to me for a moment in all these 9 years of our wedded life. My life is only its dumb depths, but no murmuring rush. I can only receive, not impart, movement, and therefore my company is like fasting. I recognize clearly today that Bimala has been languishing because of a famine of companionship. Then whom shall I blame? Like Vidyapati, I can only lament. It's August. The sky breaks into a passionate rain. Alas, empty is my house. My house, I now see, was built to remain empty because its doors cannot open. But I never knew till now that its divinity had been sitting outside. I had fondly believed that she had accepted my sacrifice and granted in return her boon. But alas, my house has all along been empty. Every year about this time it was our practice to go in a houseboat over the broads of Samalda. I used to tell Bimala that a song must come back to its refrain over and over again. The original refrain of every song is in nature, where the rain-laden wind passes over the rippling stream, where the green earth, drawing its shadow veil over its face, keeps its ear close to the sparkling water. There, at the beginning of time, a man and a woman first met, not within walls, and therefore we too must come back to nature at least once a year, to tune our love anew to the first pure note of the meeting of hearts. The first 2 anniversaries of our married life I spent in Calcutta, where I went through my examinations, but from the next year onwards, for 7 years without a break, we've celebrated our union among the blossoming water lilies. Now begins the next octave of my life. It was difficult for me to ignore the fact that the same month of August had come round again this year. Does Bimala remember it, I wonder? She's given me no reminder. Everything is mute about me. It's August. The sky breaks into a passionate rain. Empty is my house. The house which becomes empty through the parting of lovers still has music left in the heart of its emptiness. But the house that is empty because hearts are asunder is awful in its silence. Even the cry of pain is out of place there. This cry of pain must be silenced in me. So long as I continue to suffer, Bimala will never have true freedom. I must free her completely, otherwise I shall never gain my freedom from untruth. I think I've come to the verge of understanding one thing. Man has so fanned the flame of the loves of men and women as to make it overpass its rightful domain, and now, even in the name of humanity itself, he cannot bring it back under control. Man's worship has idolized his passion. But there must be no more human sacrifices at its shrine. I went into my bedroom this morning to fetch a book. It's long since I've been there in the daytime. A pang passed through me as I looked round it today in the morning light. On the clothes rack was hanging a sari of Bimala's, crinkled, ready for wear. On the dressing table were her perfumes, her comb, her hairpins, and with them still her vermilion box. Underneath were her tiny gold-embroidered slippers. Once, in the old days, when Bimala had not yet overcome her objections to shoes, I had got these out of Lucknow to tempt her. The first time she was ready to drop for very shame, to go in them even from the room to the veranda. Since then she's worn out many shoes, but has treasured up this pair. When first showing her the slippers, I chaffed her over the curious practice of hers. I've caught you taking the dust of my feet, thinking me asleep. These are the offerings of my worship to ward the dust off the feet of my wakeful divinity. You must not say such things, she protested. I'll never wear your shoes. This bedroom of mine, it has a subtle atmosphere which goes straight to my heart. I was never aware, as I am today, how my thirsting heart's been sending out its roots to cling round each and every familiar object. The severing of the main root, I see, is not enough to set life free. Even these little slippers serve to hold one back. My wandering eyes falls on the niche. My portrait there is looking the same as ever, in spite of the flowers scattered round it having been withered black. Of all the things in the room, their greeting strikes me as sincere. They're still here simply because it was not felt worthwhile even to remove them. Never mind. Let me welcome truth, albeit such a sere and sorry garb, and look forward to the time when I shall be able to do so unmoved, as does my photograph. As I stood there, Bimmel came in from behind. I hastily turned my eyes from the niche to the shelves as I muttered, "I came to get Amiel's journal." What need had I to volunteer an explanation? I felt like a wrongdoer, a trespasser, prying into a secret not meant for me. I couldn't look Bimmel in the face, but hurried away.